Okay, this is week 2. I thought I might do this one. I didn't really pre-plan to come to the beach and do week 2. But it's been a really, I wouldn't say great, I would say necessary, profound, and fruitful week. As always, this process is rough and it changes quite constantly. There's different emotions that come up. This week in particular, I really honed in on what I was kind of missing from week 1, like how proactive or reactive or I was being. And so now I'm a little bit more proactive, I feel. And I was always taking it seriously, but the novelty of doing the artist's way has kind of worn off, and I'm actually really invested in the work because I am feeling spiritually changed, spiritually aligned. And to be honest, I feel closer to me, really. I feel so locked in that I'm here and I'm chatting comfortably and confidently, and the anxiety that was always in my belly, that is always in my belly, I understand it a lot more, and it doesn't go away. It kind of fizzles away. One thing that I have been focusing on, especially within this week, is attention, and that beautiful story that Julia Cameron talks about, with her grandmother. That really the attention, I did this meditation practice. I do it every Wednesday at a church. And I have been since I've moved up here. And I found that there were sounds that would have in the past pissed me off. If I was sitting there in this place, close my eyes, trying to do something, and that's kind of the thing, trying to think about something or dream up some kind of whatever. In that moment, there was some people arguing in the back distance or whatever, and I found myself in that moment not feeling any type of emotion towards it, just noticing it, just listening to it, experiencing it, just like I'm experiencing a piece of art, at a museum, And then I became conscious that I was paying attention. And then the birds started chirping. So then I paid attention to them. But then when I became conscious that I was paying attention, then that was me thinking about myself again. And then I could feel the anxiety in my belly, and my brain was starting to work on me. But then I moved back over to the birds, and then there was a dog barking, and then I focused on that. And I now understand that the attention outwards is so important. There was a quote in the book, and it talked about forgetting yourself. I'll re-find it, but it talks about how beautiful everything is and how much art there is in the world, just forget yourself, you know, because you don't get to experience you like everybody else does. You will have your own experience of yourself. To experience everything else, you know, pay attention to everything else. So, in terms of week 2, my morning pages, have I been consistently doing them? Absolutely, I have. I have been doing them every single morning, and then with the addition of the affirmations and then also my blurts. At first, that became really, the start of this week was really difficult because I realized that I wasn't doing everything to its fullest. You know, the blurts, I wasn't really paying attention to how I was supposed to action them. Maybe I'm being hard on myself when I say that, but I've kind of refined them so that they can be writable and consistent throughout every morning pages. I have been worried that I'm going to run out of pages, and I now have run out of pages in my morning pages book. So I need to buy some more things now so that I can actually do it tomorrow morning. I've been reading the affirmations every night, and that has been changing the game a little bit for me, because the blurts and changing them into positive affirmations is basically uncovering these negative beliefs that I've had of myself and then replacing them with positive beliefs and then repeating it to myself. Kind of like how Bart Simpson writes that shit on kind of like how Bart Simpson writes that shit on a white chalkboard. I have done my art estate this week. So yesterday I did, and one of the tasks in this week actually helped with that. Figuring out what it is. Sorry, there I saw a crab and that scared the shit out of me. One of the tasks was about what I miss doing. Things that I miss doing that are my favorite things to do that I haven't done in a while. And one of them was writing lyrics and poetry, and one of them was photography, and then one of them was those two combined, which if you go to my Instagram account, I have, I guess, an art account where I've been posting since I was 20 or 19 or some shit. Photos that I've edited digitally, and I write a poem or just a kind of poetic thing about that time in my life, and that acted kind of it was therapeutic in a way, but it also captured all these moments in my life. And I just like the idea that I can trace my poetic mind throughout my youth and my life in these words and in these visual contexts. And now we have music, so I can touch that as well. So I did that yesterday, and I really loved that. I was really happy that I did that. I feel a little bit more expressive. Some things that were a little bit hard. I guess being kind to myself about the amount of tasks that I was doing, and being kind to myself about what I believe and what I don't want to believe and what I've been doing, and also just telling myself that I can do things that I want to do and dream the things that I want to dream. I'm still a ways to go, because I feel like the version of me, closer to the version of me that I want to be in the future, that I can see being able to, stand on the shoulders of giants, so to speak. But I still am unsure, or I don't have enough clarity yet on what it is that I really want to do. I know I love acting, but that's got other things mixed in with it, and it's confusing to me, and maybe there's beliefs that I need to understand there too. I know I have so much of a love for like just everything creative. I love music, I love film, I love writing, I love just creating with people. I think it's about the environment and it's the lifestyle. I don't want to be working customer service jobs for the rest of my life, because I've done that for my entire life, and it kills your soul, man. No judgment to people out there that have made a life and a career out of that. But when it's something that you don't have a purpose in, and you can't find something to build upon, it just becomes a place where you earn money until you figure out what your next thing is. And I haven't figured out what my next thing is, because I feel like I'm only good at very specific things. I tried doing like a corporate job once upon a time. That fucking sucked. I didn't like that. I started drawing in my final week there, and I was like, yeah, I need to leave. I can feel the anxiety in my belly right now, because I want to be at the end already. I want to be exactly who I want to be already, and I have to just kind of pull the brakes a little bit and just exist in this place of what I'm doing and who I'm becoming. Is that everything that I want to say? Before I go, I just want to show you what I'm looking at. It's really hard to not love life when you're looking at that. Put that, just had an apple, just did Pilates. I've got my oat cappuccino with some honey. Loving it. Go get it.